A dog barks when his master is attacked. I would be a coward if I saw that God's truth is attacked and yet would remain silent. John Calvin.
Telling a woman that she can't be an elder is a nonsense rule.
If they claim to be in the body, we let them have it.
Donald Trump is going to win in 2020 by an absolute landslide.
Heretics Christianizing the American dream.
I said that you, that many LDS folks and I love the same Jesus. I still believe that.
Sowing is a blessing from God to make you rich.
Treating Jesus like a lottery ticket.
The Lord spoke to my heart. Been very few times I've ever heard God be this articulate with me. And I'm telling you word for word, these words came into my heart. I'm not asking you with me. I'm asking you to brush your hair.
Sharply, that's what God commanded.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Master's Dog live on YouTube and on Facebook. So I'm doing a couple of different things here just because before I go to bed and get up at 10 to go back to work at 10 o'clock tonight, I wanted to give some updates on the podcast, all the podcasts, scheduling, stuff like that, because if you're paying attention, I missed everything this week except for the fifth seal. So, which I won't miss those ones. I'm not going to miss the fifth seal. I feel that important about it, that I will lose sleep. I will be late for work. I'll do all those things to make sure that that podcast gets out, that our brothers and sisters around the world who are persecuted because of their faith in Christ get prayed for and talked about. So that's what's going on with that. And then I want to talk a little bit about Roe. So, because I haven't had a chance to, so might as well do it live right here, right now on YouTube and Facebook, because I've got a lot of people asking me, what do we do now as far as abortion ministry, stuff like that. Sorry, Facebook, I'm looking at you on my phone, and the color, the lighting is off, because the lighting is set for my cameras for the YouTube podcast, and so you're just getting... you're getting the background stuff. This mic ain't even connected to that phone. So Facebook Live, this is pretend for you. So YouTube Live, you're getting podcast stuff. So as far as scheduling and stuff like that, I'm working 2 jobs, part-time, back doing pest control for various reasons. And then, of course, my graveyard shift job that I work, both of which I love. Great jobs, great people that I work with, and so on. So all that is to say that Saturdays, I work every other Saturdays doing pest control. That's why I didn't get a False Teacher of the Week out this week. That's why I haven't gotten the Saints Unscripted response video out on the Master's Dog for this week. And because I just didn't have time Saturday to do any kind of recording. I worked almost 12 hours that day. So from this point on, all my recording is going to be done Monday morning. I'm just going to record all my podcasts, and then I'll probably release them at different times throughout the week. I'll still put out the fifth seal on my phone has disconnected. So Facebook Live has gone away for the moment. Hopefully it will. There we go. We're reconnected on Facebook Live. Okay. Doing too many things at once. Live streaming. This is what you get. So all my recording I'm going to be doing Monday mornings. I'll come home from work, do all my recording from 6:30ish to 9 o'clock-ish when my daughter and wife get out of bed. And then 10 o'clock I take off to go roller skating with my daughter. We'll release stuff. I'll probably upload a couple of videos immediately at that point. Again, Stupid Things Jory Micah Says is still going to happen because she's back. She's out of rehab early, which is odd. Court-ordered rehab, and she got out early. So we'll have another episode soon because she's got 50 days of no social media pent up inside of her, and she's going to be throwing stuff out. So stay tuned for that. And I'll get to that, just probably do something Monday morning on Stupid Things. And then, again, just whenever I may wake up at 8 o'clock and say, I got to do something based on what she said during the day. So that's how scheduling is. The fifth seal will still, everything will come out on Wednesday morning. Just know that everything is pre-recorded. Nothing's live anymore with the fifth seal. It's all pre-recorded stuff. I'll be recording those episodes on the second and fourth Mondays of the month and posting them. And then once we get to November, we'll see what happens. I will find a way to get an episode up every single day for the fifth seal. So all that's there. Master's Dog will continue. I've got so much stuff waiting to do for Unsolicited that I'm probably going to end up doing like 4 episodes in a day. I got singles coming out from Mario Esco. I got stuff from Eris Macias. I'm sorry, dude. I'm probably butcher your name, brother, and I'm so bad at that. And we got stuff coming up with Doctrinal. It's Doctrinal, Zeta Blacksmith, and Grungy Bogues coming out. Damascus coming up. So that's going to be here. I've got an album that I've had forever from Zion. Bro, I'm going to get it out. I love the album, and I just haven't had time to put anything together. So all that's going to happen. Unsolicited is going to keep going, but I just got to find time to get it done. You will still get podcast content. I'm not going away anywhere. I've still got something to say. Yo, Dre, I got something to say. So we're going to put it out there. So, and then let me tell you, this should actually be a Let Me Tell You episode, and I'll probably get a little deeper in depth on one that I'll record. Maybe I'll do one Friday morning because I'm not going to be at the abortion mill Friday morning because my daughter graduates online preschool, which is a thing, y'all. And so I'm going to be supportive dad and be there for the online preschool graduation. Yeah. And then the following Friday we'll be back. So all that is coming about to say what do we do from here? Roe has been overturned. As far as abortion ministry, Utah essentially outlawed abortion. The what is that? What do you call that place? Planned Parenthood has. I'm going to try to get a picture up in here real quick. That's not the picture I'm looking for. Sorry, y'all. This is, again, live streaming stuff. I need to find my screenshots so I can get this up here. And that they have put up on their website, and I can't find it. It's got to be in here. Give me just a second, folks. I got a screenshot of Planned Parenthood's website, what they got to say about, maybe not. Oh, there it is. There we go. So, Planned Parenthood, this is what they have to say in Utah on their website about what's going on. So here we go. Abortion services are now paused in Utah. On Friday, June 24th, the United States Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade and the federal constitutional protections for abortion, triggering Utah's abortion ban. Abortion services in Utah are now paused while Planned Parenthood litigates with the hopes of restoring services as soon as possible. If you have an appointment already scheduled, our staff will be reaching out to you about your options. If you need to find an abortion provider, please visit blah, blah, blah. And so they're sending people out of state to get abortions. It's paused. I will still be there. Not this Friday, but the following Friday, because here's the deal. People are still going to show up, and those people are going to be turned away, and they're going to need help. We are going to be there. So I don't know. I haven't really talked to Chris or anybody, Brian, or anybody with Voice for the Voiceless about what they're going to do. But I will still be there. I will still provide Voice for the Voiceless' phone number for anybody that shows up, and I will still preach the gospel. Those things are not going to change. I will still continue to go to the mill every Friday morning, except this upcoming Friday, and preach the gospel and do what has to be done. Whether there are protesters there or whatever is going to happen. I know the AIDS Foundation has got space in this other building. They're really unhappy with us. They keep calling the cops on us. But I will be there. I will continue to go to preach and to reach, offer help, do all the things that I can. So, again, what does it mean that Roe has been overturned? And I really want to see if I can't invite some people to this Facebook Live, because I don't know how to do all that. Maybe if I actually go to Facebook. No time. Let's focus on one thing. There's so much stuff. I mean, misinformation that is out there. People that are saying, women who now they can't have a baby that is stillborn, that his heart has stopped beating inside of their womb. They can't get it taken out because it's illegal. That's bull. That's bull. It's not true. If a baby is in the womb and the baby's heart is no longer beating and that it is medically necessary, I mean, my wife and I miscarried at about 6 weeks, and there was no medical need to go in because the baby passed, and my wife was able to essentially give birth to our stillborn child at 6 weeks. And but if it is medically necessary for a doctor to go in and remove the baby that has already died in the womb, that's not an elective abortion. That does not fall under any part of this law. Ectopic pregnancies do not fall under any part of this law. Those are still allowable because those things don't happen at Planned Parenthood. All right? They don't. They just don't. Those are things that happen in emergency rooms, in real hospitals, with real doctors. When mother's life is truly in danger, when a woman is in a place where she is medically in danger and she is pregnant, they don't go to Planned Parenthood. Why don't people get this? This is the lie that is coming from the left to try to get you all emotional, and all it does is angers me because it's lies. Like that, lies. But this is what irritates me about that, because they're lying to you. All these people that you see on CNN and MSNBC and TikTok and everything else, oh, I can't do that. Stop it. Stop it. Grow up. Pay attention to the science. Pay attention to the laws. And recognize that none of this is true. The only thing that these abortion bans get rid of are those abortions that are truly out of convenience. Somebody willingly went out, had sexual activity, had sexual intercourse, whether they were trying to be protected or not. Condoms, protection, all that stuff, birth control, none of that stuff is 100% effective. Having worked in the medical field, having worked in family practice, having been a person that sat on maternity in the labor and delivery with our nurse midwife multiple times on call, watched many babies be born, I understand the fact that none of those things is 100% effective, and most other people do too. If you have a high school education, you should know that birth control, condoms are not 100% effective. Right? They're not. So if you are engaging in consensual sexual activity, you are consenting to the possibility of getting pregnant, and don't give me bodily autonomy. Because bodily autonomy, you can't hook me up to my sister who's dying and needs blood transfusion because I'm the only person who can give it to her. If you had sexual intercourse, you made it possible for that baby to be born. And if you are going to disconnect yourself from that baby, you are committing murder. You are intentionally taking the life of a living human being. Premeditated. Bodily autonomy does not... I will give you bodily autonomy in situations of rape. Then I will give you bodily autonomy. And I'm not going to say all situations of incest, because there are some, you see it on the internet, there are some instances of incest that are consensual. And if you are engaging in consensual, incestuous activity with whatever relative, and it's consensual, and you're putting it out there as porn, it's there. I cringed at the fact that I know that. then you are consenting to the possibility of getting pregnant, and bodily autonomy does not apply. Does not apply, because you willingly made that happen. Okay? So the only place in a situation of abortion where I will even potentially concede to bodily autonomy is a situation of rape, because a woman didn't consent to that. But still, we find ourselves in a place where, when we talk about rape, we do not punish the baby for the crime of the father in any situation. Well, you're going to make me take care of, raise my rapist child? No, I'll adopt your rapist child. I will adopt. Personally, I'm sitting right here. I'll give you my name, Norman Dunham. You can look me up. You can get all my information. It's out there. I doxed myself on Facebook and Twitter. So my address, all that stuff is out there, y'all. If you want it, you can find it. It's there. And I will adopt your incestuous baby. Or your rapist baby. Or any of those babies. I will adopt them. My wife and I will adopt them. Speaking on her behalf, it will happen. So no, we're not expecting you to raise your rapist baby. If you want to, because it's your baby too. It's your baby too. There are tons of people out there, just search for them on the internet, conceived in rape. And you will find video after video after video of people who are saying, thank God my mother was pro-life, because a lot of these people are under the age of 49. Wow, are we coming up on 49? Or 50. 50th anniversary of Roe v. Wade. It's in 73, right? So we're 2023 is rapidly approaching. So again, or was 50 this year? 70, I don't remember. 72, 73, something like that. But there are people out there who are under 50 years of age whose mother chose life and then chose to raise their rapist baby because you know what? It's her baby too. Her DNA too. And if God can cause all things to work together for those who love him, God can cause rape to work together for a baby that a mother loves, despite the way the baby was conceived. And I know there are people out there just cringing at that. Cringing at what I said. So be it. I will adopt your rapist baby. Nobody expects you, but don't kill it. Just because its daddy was a rapist doesn't mean you get an opportunity to kill that baby. Here's the scenario that I gave a girl and she just could not figure it out. Say I come home tonight and my wife doesn't want to have sex with me. And I rape her. And she gets pregnant. Or well, then she doesn't get pregnant. Let's say she doesn't get pregnant. But I come home and I rape her. And justice should be good and I should go to jail for that. Because yes, you can rape your wife. And it's just as illegal as any other form of rape. And I should go to jail and I should receive death penalty for that. Any rapist should be put to death. That I believe. So putting us in this situation, if I were to come home, my wife didn't want to have sex with me and I decided to rape her, does she get to kill our daughter that's 5 years old? Because why would she be expected to raise her rapist's baby? Carrying out your logic to its full logical extent, that would be what you would say. But that's not what we do. Nobody lives in that worldview. They hold to it, and they call us the science deniers. You know, again, if a single cell bacteria were found on Mars, they would call it life. But we're still confused here on Earth on when life begins. Let's face it. Until Roe v. Wade was overturned, we were confused on what a woman was. Nobody was willing to give us a definition of a woman until Roe v. Wade was overturned. And then everybody knows what a woman is, and her rights are being violated. Her life is being put in danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. No. Stop it. Stop. It's not true. It's false. Right? But suddenly they know what a woman is, whether they're a biologist or not. So again, here is the reality. Roe being overturned. Roe was never the law of the land. Can we face that too? Roe was never the law of the land. It was never a law. It was an opinion. Courts don't make laws. they interpret and uphold or put down. Again, courts don't make laws, legislatures do. The Congress, the House, the Senate, state legislatures. And that's all the overturning Roe did, was it put everything back in the hands of the state, giving the people more say. And there are plenty of blue states out there that are going to continue to allow you to murder your baby. And as Kurt Kennedy talked about on a couple of his live streams recently, this is going to be a very, what state you live in. Christians are going to be going, well, how can you live in that state where they allow babies to be murdered? And it's going to happen. You know it will. You've seen those people. And those on the left, the pro-choicers, are going, how can you live in Utah or Idaho or any of those places where it doesn't allow you to murder your baby? It's going to bring a deeper division. It's going to cause people to move. Liberals in Utah are going to move back to California, praise God. And the conservatives in California are finally going to move out, and they're going to go to Arizona or Utah or Idaho or any of those other places. And we're our nation, and the reality is it's going to get more red. Because as conservatives gather in these other states, in these other counties and so on, some of those really liberal states, those really blue states are really big, but there's only a few of them. And you get more and more red states as they get there, and they're going to overcome. So again, who knew that Donald Trump would actually hold up to his promises and appoint those judges that would overturn Roe? I never thought that I would see it in my lifetime. I did not. Full confession, I'm not 100% post-mill yet. I've been kind of on that path. I'm still mill. I'm not post-mill. But hey, post-millers, you go celebrate. You get your celebration on, which we've seen. I mean, Gabe Wrench and the cross politics guys with their donuts and stuff, they're all going to have diabetes, which I'm getting rid of mine. Thank you. Everybody, pulling out their scotch and everything, and it's great. I'm not mocking those who are celebrating. I celebrate, but I'm still not post-mill either. But that's the reality of it. We're going to see more division. We're going to see more anger. But the people have more say now. We have the ability to vote on more of a local level, to have those things legislated in our own states. And again, all of the BS lies that they're trying to give you about women's rights and all this stuff are just not true. The companies that are going to be paying for women to go out of state because it's cheaper than maternity leave will pay up to companies that will pay up to $4,000 to send you to another state to murder your baby just so you can come back to work, and we don't have to pay for your maternity leave. Right? And all those people that are like, this was the one that I saw that just, if you have to go camping and you're in a state that doesn't allow camping, then I will drive you to that camping trip and we won't ever talk about your camping trip to anyone else. Just say what it is. Stop it. And people need to grow up. Really. Seriously. Stop it. Stop it. So praise God, Roe's overturned. But the fight's not over. We celebrate the victory. We celebrate the battle, right? D-Day, when they hit the beach of Normandy, so many casualties, but they took the beach. And there was a moment of celebration, and then they buckled down and said the fight isn't over. The war still has to go on. Again, Steve Dace kept giving the example the other day. Hitler didn't go blow his brains out in a bunker immediately after Normandy was taken. It was 10 months later that war went on before Hitler took his own life and realized he had been defeated. The fight is still on. Again, that picture of the Planned Parenthood, they're legislating, they're fighting. They're going to continue to battle to try to get the right to murder babies. They will continue on. The battle will continue on. The fight continues on. We will continue on. And I will continue to be down at the mill every Friday, except for this Friday, into the future until that Planned Parenthood isn't there. And then I'll go to a different Planned Parenthood until there's no Planned Parenthoods in the state. And I don't know if there's one close enough in Nevada, Idaho, or Wyoming to drive to, but I will continue the fight. That's me. I haven't talked to any of the people, Brian, Brady. I haven't talked to Chris. Anybody at Voice for the Voiceless. I haven't talked to anybody at End Abortion Now, but I know people, they're going to continue. There are still states where abortion clinics are active, and I may have to just take a vacation, take a few days off of work and travel and go. I don't know if, I don't know what is going on with John Barros. Wow, mine just went blank. Bo Lineham, any of the other guys out there, Jason Cantrell, any of these guys that are out there doing this, I don't know what their state situations are, but I'm more than happy to jump in my car and drive for a couple of days or jump on a plane and go visit these guys and stand with them. If they still have abortion clinics that are killing babies, I will go stand with them. If Utah gets, if prayers are answered and all the Planned Parenthoods in Utah go away and all the abortion clinics in Utah absolutely go away, then praise God. But until that day happens, I will find one. I will be there in front of it on Friday mornings, whether they're open or not. I will be preaching the gospel. It's what I've been called to do, and that's what I will continue to do until I can't do it anymore. We will continue the fight. And we will continue to celebrate that step by step we're moving forward and getting rid of and abolishing abortion in this country. And hopefully in the world. Just like they did with Dred Scott. It was a Supreme Court. It was the law of the land. And it was wrong. And everybody knows it was wrong. Roe was wrong. Everybody knows it was wrong. And praise God, they finally overturned it. And hopefully at this point on and moving forward, we can get it right. That's my prayer. That's my hope. And I'll continue to fight for that until I can't anymore. So I've gone way longer than I expected to. It is 4:15. I've got to get to bed, y'all. So stay tuned. This coming Monday, I'm working again on Saturday. Maybe late in the evening Saturday, I'll get some stuff done, get some recording done, get some stuff out on Sunday. But likely everything's going to come out Monday morning and be spread out through the week. But you will see podcast content coming from me within the next 7 days. It's Tuesday. I had to figure out what day it was. It's Tuesday. And within the next 7 days, you will see content from me. Master's Dog, False Teacher of the Week, hopefully an unsolicited. I really want to get to Eris's stuff, even though it's all in Spanish and I don't understand it. I've done a lot of translating, been burning up my fingers on Google Translate to see what these words mean and understand. I love the songs, and I really love them in Spanish. I wish I'm learning Spanish. I wish I could speak it better, but I'm getting there. Starting to understand little bits and pieces. But yeah, so I want to get that out. I want to get the stuff that Mario did. I want to get this episode out on Zion's album that he put out a little while ago that I've had for over a month. And then Damascus is coming out. I can't remember what the title is, but Zay, my man, bounces between number 1 and number 2 on my favorite artist list. You know, him, Ivy Connerly, and Strecht. They sit there at 1, 2, and 3. And so I want to get all that stuff out. I really want to get some stuff. I want to get another episode of Let Me Tell You on Roe and where we go from here, and with a little more planned out dialogue and all that stuff. So stay tuned, y'all. Thank you for continuing to stick with me. More and more subscribers. I've been up and down this week. I gained 3, lost 2, gained a couple more, back up to 358. We're on the cusp of 360, and keep going. Comment, questions, comments, snide remarks, anything you put down in those comments, it makes that dude algorithm, and I was calling him algorithm long before the movie Space Jam 2. So I didn't steal it from nobody. Maybe I stole it from someone. We'll send it out to more and more people. So like, subscribe, do all that stuff if you haven't already. And continue to help the channel out. I really appreciate it. And honestly, I love the comments. Suggestions for False Teacher of the Week, I'll take all those. Suggestions on anything else you want me to talk about. There's a couple of things that people have thrown at me that I just haven't had time to break down yet. So we'll get there. So yeah, thanks guys. I appreciate all of you. And on Facebook, those who jumped in. As always, preach the gospel at all times. Use words. They're necessary. And until next time, Soli Deo Gloria.